How to request a cost report reopening. This short instructional video will assist you with the following. What is a cost report reopening? Who initiates the reopening request? In what time frame can a reopening be initiated? What should be included with a provider-initiated reopening request? And where should the reopening request be submitted? What is a cost report reopening? A cost report reopening consists of a re-examination of a cost report for which a final determination has been made. Such action may be taken when new and material evidence has been submitted, a clear and obvious error was made, or the original determination is found to be inconsistent with the law, regulations and rulings, or general instructions. Who initiates the reopening request? A cost report reopening can be initiated by the Medicare Administrative Contractor, the MAC, the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS, or the provider. If the request is being made by the provider's representative, a representation letter from the provider must accompany the reopening request. In what time frame can a reopening be initiated? A cost report may be reopened if a written request to reopen is received within 3 years from the date that the Notice of Program Reimbursement, also known as the NPR letter date, was issued, or in the case of a previously reopened cost report, 3 years from the date of the revised NPR if the reopening request is for the same issue as the original reopening. For example, if a cost report was previously reopened to address Medicaid days, you have 3 years from the date of the revised NPR to reopen the cost report for that specific issue. The exception to either 3-year window applies when fraud or similar fault is involved. In those instances, the MAC can reopen the cost report at any time. What should be included in a provider-initiated reopening request? A complete reopening request should include all the supporting documentation necessary to substantiate the request. The following must be included: provider name, provider number, and the fiscal year end of the cost report to be reopened, the NPR date, or in the case of a previously reopened cost report, the revised NPR date, a detail of the reopening issues, and related audit adjustment report numbers if applicable. Because reopening requests with a cumulative reimbursement effect of $10,000 or greater are considered for processing, a detailed calculation of the reimbursement effect and supporting calculation must be included. If this information is omitted, the reopening request will be denied. Include complete and adequate documentation to support each issue in the reopening request, and please cite the regulatory reference supporting each revision requested if applicable. Where should the reopening request be submitted? Reopening requests should be mailed to the attention of the Director of Provider Audit and Reimbursement or submitted via the SPOT portal. Please note that reopening requests should not be submitted via fax or email. For more information regarding cost report reopenings, refer to the cited references of the Code of Federal Regulations and Chapter 29 of Part 1 of the Provider Reimbursement Manual. Should you have any questions about reopening requests or the reopening process, contact us via email at reopenings@fcso.com. Thanks for watching. Visit us at medicare.fcso.com. First Coast Service Options, when experience counts and quality matters. This video is intended as a summary for informational purposes only and is not a replacement for reviewing written laws, regulations, and other official interpretive materials.